Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. All right, so there's an article called The Privatization of the Banking Sector by Yezer Incumbent. Okay, I will post it on the Facebook page. Today is the last day for the Facebook page. So I will post it on there. The whole article, it'll be under this video link. Okay, let me just read, let's see here. Let me just read two paragraphs of it here. I'm skipping the first three and just reading the next two after that. It says, in the seminar, the institution of the progress of the policies of development on the banking sector presented a paper bold managed the reality of the banking sector, which it described as characterization. The focus was on the private banking sector and calls for the reformed so that it is in line with the requirement of the age. Basically saying that they need to privatize the banking sector so it's like the global market world, okay, the new age that we're living in. Okay, and it says, in contrast, calls for the paper to privatize state-owned banks to have been affected, but how if prejudging own a failure of banks? Therein lies the crux, basically the problem of the matter in the privatization process. We started rehabilitating of the banking sector and the development of his performance, and then privatize it on accordance to the concept of the successes of the private sector in his administration. All right, so they've been wanting to privatize Rafidian and Rashid Bank because those are the two biggest ones that can basically have had control over all the little small banks, the baby banks that, Frank 26 says, Shabibi's baby banks, okay? So they're trying to privatize all the banking stuff, and they are doing it now. Not sure they're done yet or they're about to be done, but they have to have all the banks, have to be privatized, okay? And they also have to launch the private sector. Okay, so privatize the banks and then launch the private sector. That should be happening right now. Okay, so we're waiting on that. We know that Prime Minister Abadi called for the activation of the private sector. Remember that? We brought that to you on the main channel. Prime Minister Abadi we're going to be activating the private sector and privatizing the banks, okay? So Currency 365, powered by Eyes Open Media. The full article will be on the Facebook page. Peace.